Hi guys. Today it's time for a little trip to the Belgian Air Force Days 2023, which finally took place again on September 9, 2023 and October 9, 2023, after a long corona-related break. Mostly I photograph landscape, architecture and lost places, which is also reflected in my equipment. I don't own a digital sports camera that can take 10, 20 or more pictures per second, paired with a great autofocus. So I attended this event with my Canon EOS 5DsR and a Canon EF 4.5 to 5.6 70-300mm USM DO. Between the camera and the lens, I mounted a Kenko 1.4 teleconverter Pro 300, so my 70-300mm became a 112 to 420mm lens. The high-resolution Canon EOS 5DsR won the race over my Sony a7 III for one reason only. It offers a much higher pixel count, and thus the possibility to crop the images more. Most of the time, I also use the camera's setting for different crop factors, such as 1.3 or 1.6, which allows for image control and composition before the shot is taken, making it feel like a higher telephoto focal length. More about telephotography, crop factors and teleconverters in one of my next videos. Canon writes about this lens, which was introduced in 2004. The Canon EF 4.5 to 5.6 70-300mm USM DO is the second Canon F lens to feature a DO, diffractive optical element, following the EF 4.0 400mm DO, USM in 2001. The new lens features a 3-layer DO lens element designed specifically for zoom lenses, which provides excellent correction of chromatic and spherical aberrations. In addition, the lens element enables a significant size reduction, resulting in an overall length savings of 28%, compared to similar lenses with conventional refractive optical elements. The size and weight advantage is not at the expense of image quality. This lens delivers image quality comparable to Canon's L-series lenses. Performance features include image stabilization equivalent to about 3 shutter speeds faster, a circular aperture for improved background blur, and a zoom ring locking mechanism that locks the lens in the fully retracted position to prevent accidental extension and damage when worn on the user's neck. My short assessment of this lens: the autofocus is fast and accurate. The limiting factor in the combination I used was the camera. It is trimmed for high resolution, not for speed, be it autofocus or frame rate. The image stabilizer, or IS for short, has 2 settings: for everyday photography and for sports shooting. In Mode 1, the IS corrects vertical and horizontal camera shake. In Mode 2, it allows you to track movement in the horizontal plane. In sports and action shots, for example, motion blur can be introduced as a creative factor. In practice, I don't think it compensates for 3 shutter speeds. I think 2 shutter speeds is more realistic. A higher resolution camera, like the 50 megapixel EOS 5DsR used here, generally requires shorter shutter speeds. The old adage from analog photography, use at least the reciprocal of the focal length, so that the image is not blurred by unintentional movements of the camera during the shot, does not apply here. As an example, I use the focal length of 100mm. The rule now is that the shortest shutter speed here should be 1/100th of a second. This is more like 1/125th of a second than 1/90th of a second, to avoid camera shake caused by unintentional camera movement. For high-resolution cameras, at least 1/250th of a second should be used to be on the safe side, or a system with image stabilizer, in which case the maximum compensable shutter speed should be at least 1 step lower. This table gives approximate values. The optical quality convinced me, even though I used the Kenko 1.4 teleconverter Pro 300 for every shot. However, I have only photographed this one event with this lens. How the 70-300mm DO performs without a teleconverter and in other disciplines, such as landscape photography or close-up work, I cannot say at the moment. Mechanically, the lens is better built than Canon's consumer lenses, although it doesn't have the quality of the in-house L lenses. And now I wish you a lot of fun diving into the Belgian Air Force Days 2023. See you soon and have a good time. Thanks for watching.